kita dalam semua aspek, bukan saja dalam aspek khas pada undang-undang jenayah, tetapi kepada semua aspek, daripada sekolah, tadika, taska, majlis tempatan, kawasan perumahan, agensi-agensi kerajaan yang lain. Apa-apa perkara yang melibatkan kanak-kanak, kerajaan madani merasakan perlunya ada satu undang-undang khas supaya memberikan kebenaran dan kebebasan kepada Pusuruhanjaya kanak-kanak dalam negara kita untuk memantau, memberikan pendapat, menilai dan membantu kerajaan untuk membawa lebih banyak kebaikan kepada anak-anak Malaysia kita. Dengan itu saya serahkan doktor untuk terus melalui press conference jika sedari ada apa-apa soalan nak tanya pada beliau. Silakan. Oh, you want to make a statement? Let her make a statement first?
Yes. Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera semua. Pertamanya saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada YB Datuk Seri Azalina di atas lantikan ini yang telah diperkenankan oleh Yang di-Pertuan Agong. Saya amat berbesar hati kerana sememangnya kanak-kanak perlu diletak pada satu tahap yang ideal supaya kepentingan mereka, kesejahteraan mereka dan hak-hak mereka dapat diperkasakan. Jadi dengan kedudukan saya ini, harapan saya adalah saya dapat bekerjasama dengan pihak kerajaan, civil society organisations, lawmakers dan kanak-kanak terutamanya, sebab kita pun ada beberapa majlis perwakilan kanak-kanak, dan mendengar daripada mereka hasrat mereka dan isu-isu yang mereka hadapi. Sebab kita pun tidak mahu, we don't want to be reactive, we only act when things happen. Kita juga mahu menjadi proaktif and also to prevent issues, and to do that we have to listen to children. Sebab kita merupakan negara state party kepada Convention on Rights of the Child sejak 1995, dan hingga kini rasanya 4 prinsip utama ni tidak semua orang yang tahu. Prinsip di mana the best interest of the child has to be paramount consideration, non-discrimination, hak mereka untuk kelangsungan hidup, hak mereka untuk perlindungan dan perkembangan mesti diperkasakan dan dilindungi, dan akhir sekali hak untuk penyertaan. Jadi saya rasa hak untuk penyertaan ni memang bukan masalah kita di Malaysia saja, di negara-negara Asia pun kita jarang nak listen to our children. So I hope the office of the commissioner will be the focal point for all this effort, especially at the moment because it is not yet fully independent, so it has to do mostly advocacy and as an oversight authority. Terima kasih.
Saya buka untuk soalan. You ask some questions.
When will this new law be tabled?
We hope at the next session, the new Child Commissioner and Bahagian Undang-undang will sit together to draft. The whole purpose of the bill is to make the Child Commissioner to be the watchdog. And this is in relation to all children. And as you know, one of the biggest challenges is the issue between federal and state law, and also this element of different religion with different law on the child itself. But I would like to put in gratitude to the Yang Arif Tun, the Chief Justice, who has on Tuesday, on the launch of the Kota Baru High Court, made an announcement of the amount of child victim, sexual victim and offences, and mentioned that there is a need of more courts, and also in gratitude to the Prime Minister for this budget that they're putting in additional spending for existence of the children's sexual court. As you know, on my part is only from the law itself and also in implementation, but I think what the Child Commissioner's job and duty is beyond just the law, but to look in an overall capacity of children in Malaysia. My vision for Child Commissioner's office is that every child in Malaysia knows there is an office out there that can protect a child in Malaysia. So I hope the Child Commissioner can be also creative in figuring out ways to communicate with children out there so that they're able to know that there is a hotline or there's a number that they can call. In reference to, on my part as the Minister in charge of laws, in reference to the sexual offences against children, one of the biggest challenges is the extraction of evidence, and then when the child goes to court, because it takes a long time to settle the cases get the child drops him or herself as witness, and also the other challenge of families hiding the perpetrators for various reasons, and we must create awareness so that the children know there are laws out there to protect them. So that's basically the whole intention of having an independent Child Commissioner's Office so that she is able to work more aggressively to protect the children in Malaysia. So we hope this year.
Kenapa sekarang Datuk Seri? Adakah sebab kenaikan jumlah kes-kes yang melibatkan kanak-kanak atau macam mana?
Tak, saya rasa lebih pada seperti saya sebutlah, jumlah kanak-kanak dalam negara kita lebih pada nak dekat 30%. Saya rasa ini semua ialah the political will lah. Dan saya sebut tadi Kerajaan Madani mempunyai the political will to make sure that it is done and is done fast. Kalau tidak, the Child Commissioner is part of Suhakam. And Suhakam tu dia ada akta dia sendiri. Jadi dia pun limitation dia, Suhakam ni lebih kepada hak asasi. Tapi kepakaran seorang Child Commissioner dalam isu kanak-kanak ni perlu kepada watchdog lebih daripada hanya isu hak asasi. Itu sebab kalau tak ada akta yang boleh berjalan seiring sejalan dengan Child Commissioner, dia ada kekok lah. Macam sekarang kita punya Child Commissioner bawa Suhakam, dia kekok sikit. Dari segi dia punya perbelanjaan, dari segi dia punya kebebasan, dari segi gerakan dia. Sebab dia bawa Suhakam. Jadi sekarang ni kita nak bagi dia satu akta tersendiri supaya dia boleh harapan saya lah the Child Commissioner will be full time and the Child Commissioner's Office is full time. That is my hope and my vision.
Have you all started engagements with the other?
Of course, no, not yet. But I think with the Child Commissioner, let her lead the engagement. I have to respect her being the person in charge. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to ask?
Next engagement dengan pembangkang pun bila?
Itu belum, because the akta ni we are still trying to. We have to get the cabinet punya support keputusan cabinet on the dasar with the new akta. Once we've drafted, then we send it to Secretary. We haven't drafted it yet. Just to inform that with the announcement of her, the intention of Kerajaan Madani is to have an independent office. The independent office will be supported by an akta. And the akta must get the cabinet's approval. Then only we bring it to Parliament. We hope by this year lah. We've got 2 more sessions this year.
So the commissioner will only be ineffective after the...
No, she is already a Child Commissioner under Suhakam.
Yes.
But the one that we want is to be thoroughly independent. I mean, that's my vision. You know, the cabinet may disagree with me. Right?
Dia tak bercanggah ke Datuk Seri dengan Suhakam dari segi pelaksanaan ataupun...
Tidak, you have to have an act of Parliament to allow her that freedom. Kalau the Child Commissioner tak ada akta khusus, dia banyak limitation lah. Macam sekarang ni dia part Suhakam, they sit down, they have an opinion. Kadang-kadang orang tak gigit dia punya pandangan. It's just an opinion. What we want kalau kita ada akta, the akta can be a guidance to agencies, guidance to masyarakat di luar, so people can understand. Yang penting di sini ialah dalam mana negara di luar, the Child Commissioner's Office is really independent. And children know, schools are being advocated that there is a hotline number you can call, you can speak to. Sebab macam saya sebut tadi dalam analogi saya kes jenayah seksual, most of them are at home. The places where they are being victims are in a very safe environment. So when they go to school, not necessarily they tell everyone. But people always assume children are lying. But from the experts, they can verify children usually, in most circumstances, do not lie. So we have to create awareness to the children in Malaysia on their rights. So having an independent office of the Child Commissioner, she's able to work with all other kementerian, not just undang-undang. This is beyond undang-undang. But the law must give her that ability to work as watchdog. That's my vision for the Child Commissioner's Office in Malaysia. Yeah.
2 questions.
Not on UMNO election.
No.
Not on Sulu. It must be all about her.
Related to children.
Yeah.
One is there was a written reply saying that there have been 222 deaths involving children who were abused over a 5-year period. Are these the things which you will be looking at as your priorities?
Yes, definitely, because there are many reasons for that. Awareness of children's rights. If parents feel that children are their property, then they feel that they can do anything with the children. Sedangkan kita punya perundangan sangat jelas, ada had-had dia. Dan kalau orang yang paling rapat, macam YB Menteri tadi katakan, orang yang paling rapat yang mendera anak dia, perlu orang lain ada untuk memperkasakan hak kanak-kanak ni, neighbours. This is all in the act. There is a duty to inform. And then that's on one part. On intervention, stakeholders also must know their role, you know, yang memang dah ada dalam akta kanak-kanak yang sangat komprehensif tu. Contohnya doctors, they have to know how to identify non-accidental injuries, for example. Otherwise, a child will come dengan bruises and whatever, and then the parent kata, oh, he met with an accident, and they just accept it on face value, yeah. Tapi kalau the doctors are trained, then they will be able to identify, and then all the actions can come in. Our protector from social welfare can come in, etc. So yes, that will be one of the priorities. Sebab kes-kes kita memang meningkat, tetapi kita mesti memperkasakan kanak-kanak dengan memberitahu masyarakat apa yang kita ada dari segi perundangan, supaya mereka tahu tanggungjawab mereka serta natijah apabila mereka melanggar tanggungjawab ini.
Second question, the two bills which
the stalking bill.
yeah, it's more anti-stalking.
Stalking. Well, now we're adding on a new one, which is tracking. Tracking because of the GPS.
Okay,
So be careful lah.
Okay, because
I think the Deputy Minister is in charge. He's going to bring the bill for the second reading. The whole idea for stalking with technology is not just normal stalking physical anymore. Because people take your phone when you sleep, put it on your wife may use it on you when you sleep, put your face identification, then put in the application. I mean, we have to do something, you know, with technology. We have to do it. Okay, coming back to what the doctor has mentioned, I want to say to you this, from a lot of cases, the pattern is very similar. When they know that the child punya extraction evidence very difficult in a household, that's when the perpetrators will attack. So the whole idea now, we're going to amend the Sexual Offences Act Against Children 2023. We're going to amend. The last time was the 2017. We have to look at other variables. Neighbours, participation, community, teachers, everybody must be equally responsible. Because for the child to know their rights is one thing, but for the child to have that protection also is another matter. Tadi, I think the Deputy Prime Minister has chaired the Majlis Sosial Negara, and I gave my opinion about Tadika and Taska. Still banyak yang not registered, and also continuously the level of protection, insurance. You know, you cannot simply put your child as a commodity in a setup because they're doing the job that you can't do because you're busy working. But the child is not in a safe space. So I hope the Child Commissioner will be brought in to discuss with other agencies or Kementerian on any matters affecting children, so that they must know, because there is a certain standard or duty of care. So we have to do that. So you can't just assume if a child feed them, give them education, that's enough. And one of the other challenges is on emotional health. So these things also you have to look, the environment. So I think basically for Malaysia, with this government, Kerajaan Madani, we're trying to start on something new, on the concept of Madani, whereby the element of ihsan, that you must also respect a human being, even if it's a child, and not look down and assume because it's children. And because of that, I have to emphasize, I am very, very upset with certain extremist group that is using religion to give them that right when it comes to children. So this is something that we have to monitor, and I think it's not an excuse to use religion as an excuse, you know, any religion out there. So we have to be very strict about this, and I want everyone to know, once the Child Commissioner is really independent, they have to be very careful, because we're going to be very strict when it affects children in our country. All right, that's it.
Since you mentioned about religion, so could this be related to any child marriage issues?
That one later lah. She's the expert. But again, for me, I mean, for me, from the discipline of law is different. Religion, different societies. So it has to be handled. But yes, these are issues and concerns. So the Child Commissioner has to bring in as an oversight body, as a oversight body. They are able to evaluate certain policies to manage. Because sometimes my religion, Islam, has a lot of interpretation of so many things. Not necessarily it's only one interpretation. So the experts will have to come in. We hope the Child Commissioner can assist on understanding of certain principles and policies. All right, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know whether there's lunch or no lunch.
Just a correction, I'm not a professor, so please don't
Professor,
quote.
she's a doctor. Sorry, to me every lecturer is a professor. Can we give it to her?
Yeah.
Debbie's my new press secretary. No.
Amendment.
Debbie, take it. I think it's not enough. Get a number lah, interview her.
Yeah.
Someone's going to watch over you.